Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from first group and we will discuss about how to be a good teacher. What do you know about teacher or teaching? Teaching is one of the most important professions in today's society. And a teacher is a person who helps students to learning, acquire knowledge, competence, and our virtue. Teacher is a vital factor in education. The importance of motivating teachers in a school. The driving teacher is a teacher who puts students first and continues to innovate. With the quote from Ki Hajar Dewantara is ing ngarsa sing tulodo ing madya mohon karso tutbudi handayani. In front he is an example, in the middle he builds enthusiasm, and in the back he gives encouragement. For the next slide will be explained by my partner.
How to be a good teacher. Being upright with integrity. Being an upright teacher with integrity is not about being perfect as a teacher. It is about being honest, transparent, faithful, and committed as a teacher. A teacher must have the right character and motivation deep inside with the purpose of passing down good knowledge to the future generations. And then, for example, when majority of the students do not understand or find it difficult to understand what the teacher is trying to teach, then teacher needs to pause, reflect, and review how the teacher can make the students understand their teaching. This means if students cannot understand, we as a teacher need to pause and reflect and review what's wrong with our way of teaching is wrong with us, and then we can continue teaching with new method or maybe a new way that can be understood by the students.
The next is being disciplined. If a teacher is able to discipline the class and can reach out to students by using a variety of teaching methods, they would be motivated and would be less likely to cause trouble is once teaching. It is very important that the teacher is willing to help their students for their need encouragement, inspiration, guidance, and most of all discipline to study. So that means being the disciplined teacher must able to discipline in the class and can teach by some method. It's very important that the teacher is able to help and give some motivation for students to discipline of study. The next is being an ever-willing teacher. Because it is essentially vital, the willingness, the heart and soul to teach. In a person makes a good or successful teacher. It's build the confidence, the enthusiasm, and the excitement of a teacher. It also creates mass passion to teach, coach and guides one student well. The teacher should thus have a loving heart, doing what the heart is set on. The Analytic chapter 5 verse 26 also said in law 20 and 10. So that means being a willing teacher must build the confidence, the enthusiasm, and the excitement of teacher. And it also creates mass passion to teach, coach and guides one's student well. Next is being self-caring and putting in much effort. A good teacher should indeed be self. This basically means that such a teacher should look after the weak student more than the good student. It takes a teacher more effort and energy to teach the weaker student. According to Law 20 and 10, there should not be differentiation between a good student and weak student. A student in most ways are like the teacher should encourage about a student. If a teacher has a big heart to care, so concern and even worry about all his or her student, This kind of teacher can be considered to be a good teacher. So that means being self-caring and putting in much effort. A good teacher, you must turn the differentiation between a good student and a weak student. A student in most ways are like the teacher children and cares about all students. Such as teacher should look after the weak student more than the good student.
Widening knowledge and opening new horizon. A teacher should not chain up themselves to any single idea. There is a need to always try to see things with fresh eyes. If one can do this, one will be able to achieve progress and growth. There's also needed to learn from others. To learn well from other teachers should especially listen and listen well, because teacher who does not listen does not learn. This means teachers need to open up their idea, not about their own idea. They need to understand and to listen well, because they need to study too, even though they are a teacher. And then next is applying different strokes for different folks. Different people has different ways or styles of learning and developing their potentials. Good teachers understand their perspective, students' capabilities, and more critically, guide them according to their potential. This means parents at house have another different way to teach their children. This means we as a teacher need to understand what the student capabilities, and we need to improve another capabilities too, but we need to guide them according to their potential. And then giving students something to hold on to. The teaching must be full of praises and ideas that will help the teacher get the students to want to learn what the teachers wants them to. We as a teacher need to praises them well. If they do great, we need to praises them, and they will have courage to continue, because we say it's a good job, and then they can understand and they can learn well. Next is pausing or slowing down to allow the students to sink in. Good teacher pause or have silence. It is a time to allow their students to reflect and learn. With a pause, the student would then be able to have the aha experience or develop fresh aha insight. This means when the teacher explaining something, they need to pause after explaining, and then the students can give some idea like, aha, oh, that's what the teacher said, that's what the teacher mean, something like that. And then next is applying a variety of ways of teaching. Good teaching involves a variety of instructional ways, and this includes breaking the routine with sessions of role playing, debating. This means we need to change the other method of teaching, such as role playing, debating, brainstorming, field experience, demonstrations, case studies, or guest speaker.
Okay. Giving choices in motivation and persuasive good teachers frequently gives student choice that gives student option on term paper or assignment, are allowed them decide between two location for the field trip. Okay, basically in this text, that is teachers give a motivation and persuasive when when frequently give student choice. Okay, number two. Okay, and then number two or and then being credible help normally the student trust the teacher and have confidence on the teachers. The teachers solve grows the trust of the student in them. Okay, and then the basically in this text, teacher give a trust to student, and then and then student trust to teachers, and then basically these are winning ways for a teachers to be convincing, soft power, and indeed before beloved. Okay, and then having a positive attitude as a teachers, they will be turned many cards both in life and especially in the teaching profession. Okay, a positive attitude will certainly help teachers cope with this in this way. When teachers face description such as too much talking or deadlines, and if the teachers take positive, the teacher would respond well and manage the class better. Basically, all of a teacher having a positive attitude, okay, and then okay, having a sense of humor, it has been highlighted more seriously. The teacher's sense of humor will allow one to see the joy in life and make one a hyper person as one progresses, and then throughout the sometimes successful career from Kelly 2011. Okay, basically the teacher having a sense of humor must of teacher having have a sense of humor because learning more than the student. A successful teacher has and enjoys the mastery of the subject the teacher and continues to learn and improve that they teach. Okay, enough for me, enough for us. Okay, this our presentation, enough for us. Last asai, idina siratal mustaqim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.